the brave little dragon. Once upon a time, in a little green forest, there lived a small dragon named Flamey. Flamey was not like other dragons. He wasn't big or scary. In fact, Flamey was so small that sometimes he had trouble flying. Can you imagine trying to fly if you were really small? I bet you'd be a little wobbly too. Flamey said, "Why can't I be big and strong like the other dragons? Maybe then I could roar like a thunderstorm." Can you give your best dragon roar? Roar! One day, a big, mean storm cloud came to the forest. It was so big and scary that it covered the sun and made the forest dark. The other dragons were too scared to leave their caves. Flamey said, "I can't let the storm scare me. I may be small, but I have a big heart. Tap your chest like you have a big heart. Can you feel it?" So Flamey decided to go on an adventure to find the storm and make it go away. But first, he stopped at a small pond. Flamey said, Should I fly over the trees or swim across the pond? What do you think? What should he do? Fly or swim? Flamey decided to swim. What would you do? Would you swim or fly? As he swam across the pond, he saw fish jumping and splashing, and he laughed. Flamey said, "This is fun. Maybe being small is not so bad after all." Finally, Flamey reached the storm cloud. It was huge. Big eyes. Pretend to look up at the giant cloud and act surprised. Flamey said, "All right, storm cloud. It's time for you to go away. I might be small, but I'm brave." Flamey took a deep breath. He puffed out his little chest and poof! He blew out the smallest, tiniest little puff of fire you've ever seen. Make a tiny puff of air from your mouth like Flamey. And guess what? That little puff of fire was just enough to make the cloud start to disappear. It was funny, because the cloud wasn't scared of Flamey's fire. It just started to giggle. "Ha ha ha ha, you're the funniest little dragon," said the cloud, and it began to shrink. Can you make a giggling sound? Hee, Flamey said. "See? You don't have to be big to do great things." When Flamey returned to the forest, the other dragons were waiting for him. An old dragon said, "Wow, Flamey, you were so brave." And Strong Drago said, "We didn't think you could do it, but you showed us that even a little dragon can be a hero." Flamey smiled and said, "Sometimes, being small means you can do things in a unique way that no one else can. It doesn't matter if you're big or small. What matters is having a big heart and being brave." We hope you love this short history and we have fun with Chechito. See you soon, my friends.